So just before we start, there is 3 types of lateral movement with most characters. That's being sidestep, sidewalk, and sidestep into crouch. Sidestep into crouch is really useful in some scenarios where sidewalk and sidestep aren't working. So Xiaoyu, let's say, has a better version of this if she moves towards the right side. So instead of sidestep into crouch, she has sidestep into AOP, which works the same, but this one is an improved version because the character is known to be agile. So a brief history on Art of Phoenix. Art of Phoenix was known to be one of the cheapest moves in Tekken back in Season 1. Why? Because it just evaded most mids, where got to a point people called it mid crush, which actually doesn't exist, but the move was kind of mid crush, to be honest. And they fixed this in Season 2 and on by buffing the downward hitbox of the mids of most characters. So now you can't just stay in Art of Phoenix or just press Art of Phoenix and evade like whatever. You have to have certain reads, and I'll teach you how to do the movement on Art of Phoenix to actually evade some mids on read. So we're gonna jump right into it. So Art of Phoenix has 2 types of evasion: downwards and lateral. So for lateral, which is the easy part, as we press AOP, we see there's a small sidestep between Ling Xiaoyu and the opponent. So this creates an off axis, which makes only a few mids to whiff, or let's say Xiaoyu evades the mid, or even the low if it was not tracking that side. But this move is not really that good. To amplify the lateral movement, we input another sidestep. So instead of this, we're gonna get this, okay? So you can be quick with the sidestep or slow with the sidestep. Slow with the sidestep meaning you have more lateral evasion. Quick with the sidestep, you're gonna have a smaller distance, but you go into the AOP more quickly. So that's the lateral evasion. So we have some scenario right over here. So if I press AOP, you're gonna just, like, even if you time it correctly, you're gonna just take it, you know, it doesn't matter. But if we input the sidestep AOP, you're gonna evade it. This is your bread and butter. Whenever you want to go into AOP, you just sidestep into AOP. This way you can evade even some moves that track on your right, on Ling Xiaoyu's right. So next what we have is the downwards evasion. For downwards evasion, you have to understand that there is no way to evade a move like this with simple AOP, like even the lateral evasion, sidestep AOP, because you're gonna just take a hit no matter what you do. But there is a catch to it. So the catch being the input. The input for the downwards evasion is down, down, forward, AOP. Down, down, forward, down 1+2. So you gotta be quick on the input. So this is your input. So when you like expect a mid that's not really hitting the ground at all, you're gonna do this move for a really short amount of time. You do this small movement, okay? This happens when you go into AOP from crouching, as you see, but not from standing. If you look at Xiaoyu's head, like there's no movement on the head, but now we have a movement. So at this short instant, Xiaoyu is only considered to be grounded, okay? So in a scenario like this, Kazuya's 4-4-3 into down forward 2, if we just go into AOP, we're gonna hit. You're gonna get hit. So, but if we input the down forward, down 1+2, we're gonna evade the move. You see? So there's the pros and cons with AOP. The pros being the move is highly evasive and you can whiff punish most moves through AOP. Even if the move has a fast recovery on whiff, you still have a solid 50-50 chance to go for it. But the cons is when you enter AOP, of course there is no guard and the mobility is almost non-existent. But the problem is the opponent can easily bait you, especially when you're waiting for them to do a move. For example, I'm waiting for Kazuya to do 4-4-4. He can easily bait me, like just like this. And that's the problem with AOP. So from the cons, we understand that AOP is best used in the close range. Using AOP in the mid-range is bad, so you can go into AOP, but when the opponent sees this, they're gonna start attacking with a move that hits AOP from this range. And most of the time you can bait your opponent easily just by going into AOP and cancelling and then punishing their move. So now that you have understood the different types of AOP, you get that in order to get the downwards AOP we have to be crouching. We get to the point that some characters have plus on hit or block moves that force us into crouching, just like Heihachi's 4-4, which is +4 and forces us into crouching. And now you can do an option that no other character in Tekken has, which is just going into AOP from crouching and evades the down forward doing safe check by Heihachi, and you can launch punish this safe check. And this makes Heihachi to do some bad options, just like this one. So you see, like you have like anti-pressure tools, which is really good, especially when there is the advantage of the opponent. When they think that they have the advantage, if you have the read, you have the advantage, which with most characters you are just staying there and taking the hits or taking the checks or getting the 50-50s. Now we get to the offensive AOP scenarios. We have some scenarios that you can have an offensive AOP. Xiaoyu's while standing punish, the 11 frame one, you can pick the opponent up if they don't roll. So just like this. But most people are gonna roll because they know Xiaoyu get the pickup if they don't roll. So when you do this, you can go into AOP and have a solid 50-50. They can either block mid or block low. Even if they backdash, they are blocking the mid and they can't block the low. And that's a really good 50-50. Another situation which I don't prefer is any combo. Do a delay while running 3, and here again you have the same situation with the O key from while standing 4, either a mid or a low. So again, just like this. So AOP has a really good 2-hit strings from AOP for wall pressure. The first one being 4-4-4 and the second one being AOP 2-1. The trick here is if they block both lows or they get hit by the first low and they block the second, this low is safe, -5 and -6, which is crazy. So the only way for opponent is either parry the first or block the first and parry the second. This is the only way they're gonna escape this low. And for the mid, you can hit confirm. When you see the hit, complete it. When you don't see the hit, don't complete it. I know it's -11, you still have a huge window interval between the 2 hits. So the opponent gonna be afraid of pressing any button or punish you because they don't know either you're just finishing your string in 1 hit or 2 hits. So that's that. If you want to go meaty, you can go for the wall bounce. Like there's a lot of options, but for me the basics are 4-4, 4-4-4 or 4-4, and this is a true trap. Like if you hit them with a low and then press 2, if they do anything at all except blocking the mid, they're gonna get hit. Honestly, this is my first thorough guide on any character, and I just started with Ling Xiaoyu. There will be more episodes like this for sure for Ling Xiaoyu and Master Raven. And if I have forgot something, please comment down below. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Peace.